Is there anything you hate more than getting a smog check for your vehicle every 2 years in California? If you have a vehicle that's a 1996 or newer, you're going to have a OBD2 port. Buy a scanner with an IM readiness button. So what that's going to tell you is, see all these green check marks right there? That's what the Smog Tech looks for in 96 and newer vehicles. If these are all checked off, you will pass smog. The only reason you're going to fail is if you're into modifying your vehicle and you put a non-California compliant modification in your vehicle. So if you're into modifying your vehicle and you're in California, make sure you have a CARB EO sticker. So if you have a vehicle that's older than a 2000, you're going to get the sniffer test. There's my sniffer test right there, and I passed, no problem. You know you're gonna pass if all these green check marks are there, because that means you have a healthy engine. Your vehicle went through all the cycles to make sure everything's good. So we're gonna go ahead and escape, and then I'll show you guys I have no pending check engine lights. And then I'm going to give you guys an example of a vehicle that won't pass. So let's go to read codes and then pending codes. No pending codes. That means I'm not trying to hide anything. So that's what the Smog Tech is basically going to look for, if you're hiding anything and if your engine's healthy. If your vehicle's newer than a 99, they're just going to look at if every monitor passed, that's it, and check if you have any modifications. So that's how to pass in California. This is the strictest state. Not sure if other states look for the IM readiness. They must, because there's a lot of scanners with this IM button. I had a Mustang Cobra and I sold it, and I pulled this intake off. I'll sell it someday, but I made sure to pull the California compliant sticker off of it. So if you have modifications like this intake on your car in California, the Smog Tech is going to make sure it's California compliant. So this is what the sticker looks like, and then they're going to look it up to make sure it's the right sticker for the mod. Yeah, I know what you're thinking right now. If you keep failing California smog emissions and you have no check engine light, this is why. So no check engine lights on the dash. I'm plugged into a scanner, so let's go ahead and look for a check engine light. So since this has an IM readiness button on it, there's already a yellow light. So I'm going to show you guys read code, pending code. So there's no pending codes, right? But there's a yellow light right here, not a green check mark. Red means you have a check engine light. But if you press the IM readiness button, this is what happens. So you have all these 4 red X's. You will not pass emissions if you have red X's. So that's what the Smog Tech looks for. So if you have a check engine light and you disconnect the battery, or you just erase the check engine light, you're going to have these red check marks. So basically what you have to do is you got to go through a drive cycle, and I will pop that video up right here for you guys to check out. So hopefully this will help you guys understand why you keep failing California smog test, emissions testing, and get one of these, a OBD2 scanner with the IM readiness. That way you don't go through headaches, you don't waste your time. So a lot of times when the Smog Tech, like you'll go in, right? You'll have no check engine lights, but then the Smog Tech will be very cryptic with you and tell you, oh yeah, try driving your car 500 miles or drive your car 1,000 miles. I even saw one guy, he said he drove 3,000 miles and he still couldn't get his truck to pass. So this is how you know you're gonna pass. So video right here to understand drive cycles.